Hi loves, welcome to my channel. This Mama Loves Disney. Okay, so you guys, I am so excited to share this idea. Okay, so I'll tell you how I got this idea. So about 3 years ago, I would say, I was watching Armene, who is Happy Mail Queen. Hey Armene! And she had got this die that was just a regular Thinlit die. And at the time, I can't remember if it was right before Alina Cuddle had changed her name or right after Alina Cuddle changed her name. But Armene was sharing this die, and she had cut it out and it left a space in between, okay? Kind of a space like this, okay? So it was really wide and it left a space like this in between, okay? So it was about this big. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, that is really cool. But I was thinking to myself that I started looking around at these one holders that are for bows. You can clip the bows inside. And so I was looking around for these and to see if I could find some of these. They have them really super thin, but I wanted something that was thicker. So about 3 years ago, shortly after I had seen her video, I had ordered this die, and it never came in. So then I had ended up seeing it again, because it ended up showing up again. And so I ended up actually finally getting it, I think sometime year before last. And so I had never really used it. So when I was at Michael's this past clearance, I had saw these recollection tags that were in the media, what is it called? Mixed media area, okay, in Michael's. And I thought, how cool would this be if I picked up one of these tags and I used this as a back plate, because these are really, really sturdy, thick tags. And then I can just make a tag flip. Well, I have been organizing, and I had these sitting over here on the side. And so I went to go open my drawer to look for some, I was working on a project. I went to go open my drawer. I have this great big, huge, like entertainment center behind me. And there are these long drawers. And I went to go open it, and I was having a hard time getting the lid to, I mean, not the lid, but the drawer to come out, because the top part of the drawer, the ribbons were so congested that it got stuck and it would not open up all the way. So I was thinking to myself, I got to do something about this. So the idea hit me when I ran across these and saw them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I'm going to do with these tags. So as you can see, I ended up consolidating my ribbon. I took them all off the spools and I consolidated them. So, and this is how I had them before. So some of my ribbons that, like the ones you can get at Dollar Tree, it is so easy to tear off the edges of the ribbon. I mean, excuse me, of the spool. Here's one right here. Okay. So this is one I recently just bought. I haven't shared this yet. But I ended up getting this at one of my dollar stores, okay? So all you do is just rip this part off. Like this. And this is not the same ones from Dollar Tree, so this is not behaving the same way these ones would. And so what you would do is you just slide it off this spool and keep the plastic around it, and then just form it, okay? So what's really neat is you can pull the plastic, slide the plastic off, and then you can use this and then slide it right back into the plastic, okay? So these are the ones that I used from Dollar Tree, okay? Then I ended up buying these at one of my dollar stores, and because they're wired ribbon, I was able to do the same thing, just pull it out and then bend it so that it would stay. And then I just went ahead and put a rubber band around it so it wouldn't slide out of the plastic. Okay. And then I wasn't that fortunate with this one. This one that I have, I ended up getting this one at Dollar Tree, and it is very messy. It's a very, very messy one. And so what I ended up doing is I went ahead and made a bunch of these, and I just wrapped it around that, and I kept the plastic because this one, like I said, I don't know if you can see that in there, the little sequence. It's very messy, so I've been trying to keep it together. Then when I have some of the different kinds of trims that I think should be by themselves because they'll slide off of one of these little tags, I went ahead and put them on here so that they can be by themselves. Okay, and then the way that I had decided to organize these is I have like velvet on one. I have these ruffled pattern ones on another. You can see I have the glittered here. This one, I ended up doing this at the bottom. I didn't want it at the top because I figured at the bottom it was easier to control it. And so I put this one down at the bottom too so that I could work my way up with this one. And this just is different kinds of trim. This is pattern trim. Of course, we have the Raiders because anything I do for my sons, I would do something with Raiders. I have my Valentine's Day ones. I have my Christmas. I have my Easter. I have some more of these trims that have the little edging on it. And then I have more of the intricate ones that are kind of like lacy, and I put rubber bands around them to hold them in place because the needles, I just don't want to mess them up with the needles. Okay, and then of course I got Mystical. I have some Disney. I got lots of Disney. I just don't have them all here. Then I have my Rick Rack, and I just have a couple solid colors that are in the same pattern. And then here's some different patterns. I was starting to just try to keep some of them together, and then I was trying to do like some different ones with purple. And then these ones, I figured I'm going to go ahead and start. These are not so much Halloween patterns, but they're Halloween colors. So I kept the Halloween together. These ones right here are different polka dots, so I kept the polka dots together. And then I have more, but this is all that I just decided to put on my table. And then also too, when you have your tool, same thing. If you're able to pull the tops off, Hobby Lobby has the ones where you can pop the lid off. If you can get the tool to slide through, or you can save this because usually it has some tape on it, just fold it, put something in the middle, put like a piece of, not so much something like this. You don't want something with the edge, but you can just wrap it around kind of loosely, and then put the plastic around it. So then that way you can just pull the plastic right off. And if you do have like any other bags, I'm just looking around here because like I have some of these bags, just extra bags that I saved. You can always get these bags and you can just wrap them around and then just tape them so that it's easier to get it off and it doesn't stick to your tool. Okay. And then like this one, okay, I just tore this one apart. This one may not slide off because I'm not familiar with this particular product. This was a new one. And it's very glittery, of course you can see. But let me see if I can get this one to work. See, it's not going to slide off. I have these edges. Darn it. This one is... Here, let me see if this will work. 1 second. This helps a little bit. Sometimes they have tape on them, and the tape holds it on there. And then I think this one, I'm on camera, so of course this is not going to work as well as I'm used to. Okay, let's see if I can get this now. Hold on one second. One side bent, but the other bent. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you just pull it through. Like this. I wonder if it does have tape. It just seems like it's stuck on there. Oh, it's just stuck on the edging. There it goes. Okay, sorry about that. I know it's kind of noisy, and I apologize for that because if people are listening on headphones. Okay, so there you go. So you just go like that, and then so you have this big bulky spool that was in here, and you have it removed, and then that way when you go to put them in, all you do is go like this. You guys would not believe how many big huge bags I had of spools. Oh my goodness. I started out with one big huge bag, and I was talking to some friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got almost a whole entire bag full of spools right now when I shared my idea to a couple different friends. But so also I wanted to point something out that I ended up picking up. So I ended up picking up this is just like kind of like a little haul, and I ended up picking up this tool. And it's really pretty. Look at that. It's a fancy tool. So I end up picking that up at one of my dollar stores here. Very messy. I think what I'm going to end up having to do with this particular tool is probably get one of these little baggies and keep it inside one of these little baggies. I think I'll keep this out because it looks like it'll fit perfect, so that it won't get all over. And I do that with a lot of the glittered ones too. Like this one, I may put that into a different holder just because I'm going to probably end up with these little extra pieces that are in here. But so what I wanted to share also that I found at my dollar store was I found these shelf liners. And I haven't tried them yet, but you know what I was thinking? There were so many different colors. I was so excited. I had all the colors with me, but I was like, you know what? It's not one of those kind of stores that you could return stuff. So I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get a couple different colors. And I figured I'd go with purple because I can use purple for Easter and I can use purple for Halloween. So, or birthdays. So what I was thinking is I was going to cut this and see if I can make a design out of the die cuts and see how cute they would be. So I was thinking about, like, say for instance, you got green, you can do Christmas trees. I ended up picking up the brown because, oh my gosh, I want to try gingerbread cookies and see how a gingerbread, this would look with the gingerbread man cut out of it. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, that would be so neat with such texture and a 3D kind of, you know, look on some paper. And then I ended up finding this as well. So it's one of those slip liners that you put on top so that your pots and pans, like you line your shelves with it. And I thought there was a bunch of these different colors too. And so I picked this up and I was like, oh my goodness, I wonder how that would cut, you know, also. I know for sure that these, oh my God, I can't think what these are called, something roll. These big platform dies, I know those will cut through it, but I was wondering if I can get the thinlits to cut through it because I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't that look so cute on top of a rosette? And then you can decorate something, you know, with it, or you can do it on the very back of a rosette, and then you can have some kind, you know, have this kind of little textured plastic piece sticking out. So yeah, I was so excited about that. Okay, and then also I wanted to share with you something else. So I was at Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby had these big sheets of paper. They're like poster board paper. So I ended up cutting them down, but you guys, look how cool these are. They were only 62 cents. And so they came in this like maroon red, and there's texture on here. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. So I already cut them down because I cut them down to make them 12 by 12s. So I ended up, and then there was some extra that was left over. So I ended up cutting down some white, the maroon. I found the hunter green, and I got a few different sheets of that because I thought that would be perfect for Christmas. And then those platform papers, the poster board paper that everybody uses on their desk, that have that, you know, that print on it. They were getting rid of some of these as well. So I picked up this one, and I thought, how cute would that be for rosettes for birthdays? And then I ended up, I've already started cutting into this in different sizes and stuff, but I ended up getting black, and they're all, like I said, they're all the same. These ones are all the same pattern. They have like the lines on it, so it has like definitely a texture on them. So like I said, 62 cents. I was flipping out. I was so excited. So I probably would have got more, but there was a lot of them that were kind of had bin marks in them and everything. So then what else I ended up picking up? So I've shared with y'all that I used the ticket holders for my dies. And so I usually put a back sheet of chipboard, and then I put my magnet on top of here, and then I just slide it into my pockets. So I went ahead and cut a bunch of these out because I found a bunch of chipboard. So this is a bunch of chipboard that I found. I think it is medium. I want to say it's medium. And it was 15 by 20. So I went ahead and cut those down. And as you can see, I went ahead and made some of these as well. Okay. So I'm going to probably cut some of those to be the size of my tags. I think I love the shape of the tag, and I love that up here on the top. I haven't did it yet, but sorry, there is so many little glitters that are everywhere. I can only imagine I'm going to be full of glitter for probably a few months now because this is some really fine glitter. But I'll just probably get the vacuum cleaner after I'm done with the video. But so I thought it would be neat to put labels on here, so I could put labels on here, you know, with pastels, or I can do, like I said, Christmas mix. But then again, I don't know if that's really going to matter because I'm probably going to lay them. They fit perfect in the drawer. So I'm probably just going to lay them on the side like this, where you'll see exactly what color you're looking for. And then, so I also ended up finding this paper not paper, but this, oh my God, what is this called? It doesn't say, but I'm going to assume that this is like framing paper. So it is not super duper thick, but it is, oh, it's pretty sturdy. I mean, you can see how thick it is right there. The smaller piece. So I made a bunch of these also as well, so that I can use these. So like I said, I'm probably going to put the tags on here and just cut out a bunch of these tags with this thick I think it's like picture frame. Portrait, is it like a portrait frame that goes around the inside of pictures? So I ended up picking up some of those sheets. But yeah, so you guys, this is such an awesome idea. You're definitely going to have to try it. I mean, it is just so cool. It's just such an awesome way to get rid of all those big old spools. And I mean, it just consolidates everything. It's just unbelievable how much room you are going to have. And it was so funny because before I even started, I took a picture last week and sent it to Josephine, and I go, oh my God, look at my drawer. And I showed her the before and then after the ones that I ended up all pulling out of that drawer. I haven't pulled out everything else that's all around the room, but the ones that were in the drawer, I ended up showing her what they look like and how much space they took up in the drawer. It was just unbelievable. I have almost a whole drawer to, well, I wouldn't say, I probably have a little bit more than 3/4 of a drawer to work with. It's just unbelievable. It only took up like a small amount of space. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are able, this is able to help you with your organization journey like it's helping me. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Bye guys.